Most people believe that being used is obvious. They imagine a villain, someone with obvious bad intentions, someone who's clearly taking advantage. But real manipulation doesn't look like that. Real manipulation looks like a friend who only calls when they need something, a partner who makes you feel guilty for having boundaries, a colleague who takes credit for your work while making you feel grateful just to be included. The scary part: most people don't realize it's happening until years later. I know because it happened to me. There was a period in my life when I felt constantly drained. I couldn't put my finger on why. The people around me seemed nice. They said the right things. But I always felt empty after spending time with them. It took me a long time to understand what was happening. And when I finally did, everything changed. Today, I want to share 5 psychological signs that someone is using you. Not the obvious ones. The subtle ones. The ones that hide in plain sight. Because once you see them, you'll never unsee them. Number 1, they only appear when they need something. Think about your relationships for a moment. Is there someone who only reaches out when they have a problem? When they need advice, money, a favor, or emotional support? Notice when they contact you. Is it random? Or does it always coincide with something they need? Here's the psychology behind it. Humans are wired for reciprocity. When someone does something for us, we naturally want to return the favor. It's called the reciprocity principle, and it's one of the most powerful forces in human behavior. People who use others understand this instinctively. They create a pattern where they give just enough to keep you invested, but never enough to truly reciprocate. It's a calculated imbalance. And here's the test. The next time you need something, reach out to them. Watch what happens. If they're suddenly busy, distant, or make excuses, you have your answer. The people who genuinely care about you don't disappear when the tables turn. Number 2, your accomplishments make them uncomfortable. This one is subtle but incredibly telling. When you share good news, pay attention to their reaction. Not their words. Their eyes. Their body language. The pause before they respond. A genuine supporter celebrates with you. They ask questions. They're excited. Someone who's using you responds differently. There's a slight hesitation, a forced smile, or they immediately shift the conversation to themselves. Why is that? Because your success threatens them. Here's the psychology. When someone is using you, they need you to stay in a certain role. They need you to be the giver, the listener, the supporter. When you succeed, you break that dynamic. You become harder to control. You become less dependent on their validation. So instead of celebrating, they minimize your achievement. Oh, that's nice, or they find a way to make it about them. That's great, but let me tell you what happened to me. Pay attention to how people react to your wins. It tells you everything about their intentions. Number 3, they cross your boundaries and make you feel guilty for having them. This is one of the clearest signs, yet one of the hardest to see. It starts small. They show up late. They borrow something and forget to return it. They ask for a favor at an inconvenient time. Each incident seems minor on its own. But when you try to set a boundary, something interesting happens. They don't respect it. Instead, they make you feel unreasonable. Wow, I didn't know you were so sensitive. I was just joking. Don't take everything so seriously. I thought we were closer than that. This is called gaslighting. It's a psychological tactic where someone makes you doubt your own perception of reality. They shift the blame from their behavior to your reaction. And it works because you start questioning yourself. Maybe I am too sensitive. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I'm the problem. But here's the truth. When someone consistently crosses your boundaries and then blames you for having them, that's not a relationship. That's a transaction. And you're the one paying the price. Number 4, your relationship feels one-sided, but they make you feel like it's your fault. This is the most frustrating pattern because it's so hard to prove. You feel like you're giving more than you're receiving. But when you bring it up, they have an answer ready. I've been so busy lately, you know I'd help if I could. I'm going through a lot right now, and you feel guilty for even mentioning it. So you stay quiet. You keep giving. And the imbalance grows. Here's what I want you to understand. Relationships don't have to be perfectly equal at every moment. Sometimes one person needs more support. That's normal. But when one person is always the giver and the other is always the taker, that's not a relationship. That's a dynamic. And dynamics can be changed. Try this. Stop giving for a week. Don't announce it. Don't make a scene. Just match their energy. Give exactly what they give you. What happens next will tell you everything. If they step up, the relationship was salvageable. If they get angry or withdraw completely, they weren't interested in you. They were interested in what you provided. Number 5, this is the most important sign. You feel drained after spending time with them. Your body knows before your mind does. You know that feeling. You spend time with someone and even though nothing bad happened, you feel exhausted. Empty. Like something was taken from you. That's your intuition trying to tell you something. Here's the thing about intuition. It's not magic. It's your brain processing thousands of subtle cues that your conscious mind hasn't caught up to yet. The slight tension in your shoulders. The way your energy drops around certain people. The vague feeling that something isn't right. Psychology calls this somatic marking. Your body stores emotional experiences and signals them before your mind can articulate them. If you consistently feel drained after interacting with someone, pay attention to that. Not because they're a bad person, but because your energy is telling you something about the dynamic. And honestly, that awareness is the first step toward protecting yourself. So here's my challenge to you. Look at your relationships through these 5 signs. Not to judge people. Not to cut everyone off. Just to see clearly. Because the first step to changing a dynamic is recognizing it exists. You don't need to confront anyone today. You don't